I had no idea that Jeremiah Smith was the #1 ranked wide receiver recruit of all time coming out of high school, and this dude still somehow exceeded all expectations. It kind of reminds me of when LeBron was getting interviewed before he ever got drafted, and the interviewer was saying, you know, if you're not a Hall of Famer, you're a bust, right?
If you're not eventually a first-ranked Hall of Famer, a lot of people will say you were a bust or overhyped.
To exceed that level of expectations is extremely rare, but I feel like with Jeremiah Smith, the writing was on the wall before he even took one official snap with Ohio State. I remember during spring ball hearing about Ohio State's tradition where every new player on the football team has to have a black stripe over their helmet, and it's almost like a rite of passage to get it taken off. You have to earn that right, and you're not officially a part of the team until you get it taken off, and I think Jeremiah Smith was the first guy to get his taken off. And that's ahead of a guy like Caleb Downs, who was one of the best DBs in the country as a freshman at Alabama before transferring over. So like I said, the writing was on the wall from day one. There is no debating that this is the best true freshman wide receiver that we have ever seen. Some people are going to say that Michael Crabtree won the Biletnikoff as a freshman, but he was a redshirt freshman, technically a sophomore. I think next year, Jeremiah Smith is obviously the favorite to win the Biletnikoff, and he might even be the favorite to win the Heisman as the offseason progresses, because there's not like a #1 guy really coming back at the quarterback position. I know there's Nico from Tennessee and Arch Manning from Texas, but with Arch, I mean, it's all theory. We don't actually know what he's going to look like over the course of a long season. With Jeremiah Smith, he's already won a national championship as one of the best players on the team. These are the type of dudes that make me super glad that college athletes are now getting paid, because if you ask me, he'd be a top 10 pick in this year's draft. And honestly, I feel like we should make special exceptions for guys like this to enter early, but regardless, at least he's getting a lot of money. I saw people say that he was offered $4.5 million to transfer. I'm glad he's probably not going to do it. I also hate that about, where college football is headed, but it's nice to see guys like this getting paid what they deserve. There's no reason that they shouldn't be making millions of dollars when they're bringing in their school millions of dollars.
No matter what they tried to do to you, nothing worked. Anybody stop you?
No.